Hello, I'm Karen Elgersma, enjoying the 7th annual Water Garden Tour, and you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV. On today's show, the hottest baby gadgets to hit the market. The story behind that pink heritage building in Victoria's Inner Harbor. And David Lenham's top 10 things to do. All that and more on Go Island.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
Hello and welcome to the best 30 minutes of your day, the time that you hang out with us watching Go Island, that show that tells you everything that's happening right here on Vancouver Island and the Gulf Islands. I love hosting the show. You know why? Because I meet amazing people like you who are changing the world. And for the Love of Africa Society, every year for the last 7 years puts on one of the best garden tours because it's a water garden tour. Can you hear? The serenity, the peace. And of course, the money raised goes to the society that is doing such good work. Hello, how are you? I actually contacted you to do this story because I really love the work that you guys do. And when I saw your poster, I'm like, gotta call you. Tell us the vision behind For the Love of Africa.
We had a minister from Africa come and watch what we did in Guatemala. And he said, if you can help people in Guatemala build schools, why don't you come and help us in Africa? And so we decided to put a group together and we formed the For the Love of Africa Society. And with that, since 2004, we've actually completed 6 projects, 4 schools, a medical clinic that now serves up to 3,000 patients per month.
Whoa.
And schools, every school that we built now handles 250 children every day. It's just an amazing transformation for them to have schools and get an education. Okay,
just to kind of make this crystal clear, how does having a school, having a medical clinic, having those resources, how has it changed the villages there?
Amazing, just amazing. Those children now have a future and they want to go to that future. And our next project, because we've built these schools, they have an education up to maybe grade 8 or grade 10, have no skills. And so when they come back home, now they're still standing around not really having. And so that's our next project, is to help them with either a trade or vocation, or
figure out a way that they can get the training to create an income so that they are able to support their family, support themselves, and as you say, create a future.
Correct, yeah.
Amazing.
And for $400,000 that we have sent over the last 9 years to Africa, 4 schools, a medical clinic, and an orphan center.
And much of the money raised happens as a result of the Water Garden Tour, which is this Saturday. It is a spectacular opportunity to actually go into people's yards. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. You're gonna walk in going, am I really allowed? But yes, you are. And snoop around and look at all the beautiful gardens, because most of these gardens have been designed with specific water features in mind. And I'm telling you, you get so many ideas. You wanna just run home and dig a hole and build a pond. We're going to tell you more about the garden tour in just a moment. But first, us adults, we love our gizmos, our gadgets. But what about we babies? Well, our very own Sucheta Singh went to a new baby store at Maddox Farms to check out the hottest, latest, neatest, coolest tricks for babes. We're here in the Tillicum Gorge area in an absolute oasis. This is one of the gardens that's part of the 7th annual Water Garden Tour, which raises money for a beautiful organization, For the Love of Africa. Now, Eric, every dime that is raised in this fundraiser goes directly to supporting the projects that you guys fund in Africa.
Yes, and that's true with any fundraiser or any donations that we get for the society.
The dollar goes so much farther in Africa than they does here, I can imagine.
I'll just give you an example. One school we can build for a 4-room school, we can build for about $25,000–$30,000.
Unbelievable.
And that will serve 50 people, 50 students per classroom, so 4 times, that's 200 children that will have an education in the next year if we finish building.
Unbelievable. You're changing lives. You're changing lives. I love people like you. You are my unsung heroes. We are going to continue to tour around the garden, and even more exciting, the designer of this garden is going to give us some hints, tips, ideas. So get your pen and paper out, because this is such a beautiful oasis back here. But first, have you ever looked at that pink building in the Victoria's Inner Harbor and wondered, what is that? Well, Lorraine Scollin, our very own Did You Know expert VJ, caught up with historian Dan Humphreys to find out more. We're here at a beautiful garden in the Gorge Tilcombe area. It's part of the 7th annual Water Garden Tour, raising money for the Love of Africa Society. And Mike, you were the designer of this garden, yes, which is just, I am in heaven here. I actually want to move in here. It's so peaceful, but also so beautiful. What was the vision behind this particular garden?
We just basically wanted to create an area that had multiple places for the customer to sit and relax and get different viewpoints, different sun at different times of the day. Yeah, there's just a kind of a
create little mini oases all over the
that's
yard.
right, that's right.
And that's exactly what you've done, because everywhere, you know, it's like you can go over there and sit by the nice gentle pond, or come up here, and I want to sit up there. This is where I want to sit, right there. I want to like read a book and just like forget about life. Tell us about some of the unique features, like the rainwater feature that you have in the vegetable garden.
Yeah, there's a 1,000-gallon rainwater harvesting tank that's actually below their vegetable garden.
Amazing.
So we're actually harvesting water off their roof and then feeding into that system, which they're using to water their plants and to keep the water feature topped up.
Unbelievable. That is such a clever way of doing it. Is that a common practice as water design goes into our green future, is to come up with innovative ideas?
It is getting a lot more popular to actually, and we do it quite a bit now, is to harvest the water for use in your irrigation.
I love it. Now I'm looking over there and I see the pipes and the water coming out, and I love it that it has that feng shui feel to me, because it's 1, 2, 3, you know, that's sort of pleasing to the eye. What was the vision behind that sort of area over there?
Well, actually, it started out as there was an old stone wall back from the 50s.
Really?
And it had some steel pipes all behind it, so we kind of wanted to give a little bit of the old school and kind of keep some of what was there before. Same with actually the pool that's down below, actually is a swimming pool from the 1950s that we took out and replaced, so we wanted to keep some of what was here from back in the 50s.
That is so cool, and actually you can see when you look down the pond, you can see it has that pool look to it. Very cool. Well, it's beautiful. I'm gonna kidnap you when this show is over, put you in my car and take you to my house, and I won't let you leave till you give me a pond.
Yes,
because we have a beautiful home, but it's close to the airport. It's on the ocean, but it's close to the airport. So I need some of this sound to drown out some of the sound. It's on my to-do list. We're gonna show you some other cool features of this beautiful water garden, but first we have to take a really small break. But stay with us, because when we come back, Dave's Top 10, which is not only entertaining, but it's educational. Thank you, David Lenham. We are here in a beautiful garden in the Tilcombe Gorge area. And when you walk in here, it's just filled with surprises. It's part of the 7th annual Water Garden Tour. It'll be happening this Saturday. You can get tickets by going to the website you see on the screen, for the Love of Africa website. And we encourage everyone to come out. It's a self-guided tour, so it's so simple. You just go, look at the address, drop by the house when you want, and wander through the gardens. And one of the things I love about this garden is the rock features. It looks like they're stairs, but it looks like it was meant to be like this is just all rock. Oh, and I can climb up the rock. Tell us the vision behind this area here.
Yeah, every rock you see here was all brought in. Again, it was all just stone walls from the 1950s that were falling apart and disintegrating. So yeah, we just wanted to create, you got the formal stairs over there. We just wanted to create a bit more of a natural stairway that kind of leads up to the upper patios. And yeah, the rocks just kind of fit into place like a puzzle, and it just kind of worked out.
It's so cool. Although I have to say, I look a little silly in my high heels walking up it, but it makes you feel like you're like you're out in nature and climbing through the rocks, and it's not sort of, your typical wooden stairs. It adds such ambiance to the whole experience.
I think it's actually the customer's favorite favorite spot of the whole garden.
I bet. And that's the great thing about going on a garden tour is you get so many ideas. You can take your camera along and go, let's incorporate that, or maybe we can try that, because much of what happened, much of the gardening here, the homeowner did themselves, didn't they?
Yes, they did actually all. We just did the hardscaping and the water feature, and then the homeowner actually did all their own planting, and she just did an amazing job at it.
We are going to meet the homeowners in just a minute, but first we have to take a quick break, but stay with us, because when we come back, This Week in BC looks at politicians. Are they underworked and overpaid? Well, that's a huge question. Well, I know one organization that is overworked and underpaid, and that's all the volunteers for the Love of Africa Society, because you are all volunteering not only your time and your energy and your resources, but your creativity and coming up with brilliant ideas like the Water Garden Tour.
We have a website, watergardentour.ca. They can check it for
All the info.
that has the info, all
Yeah.
of where tickets are sold.
Great opportunity. How many gardens are on this year?
We have 10 gardens.
10! So one ticket price, you get a brochure with addresses on, and you have the chance to go into beautiful gardens. And I really want to tell you how much I love your garden. What does it mean to you to be able to open your garden up to the public and know that the money raised is making a difference somewhere else in the world?
It's been terrific. We know from talking to a lot of the volunteers that are involved in the process that it goes to Tanzania, and it's going to be an important project. It's there for us to be able to help with that. It feels great.
Absolutely. Are you proud to show off this beautiful garden? I know you did so much of the planning and the gardening and creating this oasis. Is it nice to share?
Absolutely. You don't know what it looks like after working on it for a while, and then one day you come home and you walk in the yard and you go, oh my goodness.
You get that perspective where you can step back and go,
this is ours.
Well, I want to thank you both. I mean, what a generous gift to open up your garden in your home, because it takes a lot of work. It's nerve-wracking having people come through your yard all day long, but it's going to make a big difference, so thank you. Thank you. And I want to thank you for watching. If you have any thoughts or ideas, comments, or feedback, you know where to find us: Facebook, Twitter, website, email, or you see us around town. Don't be shy. Come up and say hi. See you soon.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network. Men's Wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co. Menswear and accessories. Hair services provided by Salon J.